Welcome back, guys. Johnny Ray here from Johnny Ray's Backwoods Guns. I'm shooting a reloading video from our reloading channel. It's on YouTube. It's called Reloading with Johnny Ray. If you get a chance, you watch this on Facebook, flip over to YouTube and check it out. You watch this on Instagram, check over on YouTube and see if you like something. Maybe you will. Anyway, guys, I'm still on YouTube. I haven't moved yet. It's been about a month since I made a video. I thought I would do a video tonight on how the new equipment has helped all of our reloading become better, faster, easier, more efficient, and up to quality. Stick around, guys. Tonight we're going to explore powder chargers. I got 3 electric powder chargers. We're going to see how they do. Stick around. Okay, guys. Like I said at the beginning, technology has helped us a lot. I remember when we used to use these damn things to fix our brass, prep our brass. And then they came out with these nice big handheld tools. And of course, Rcbs came out with this 5-head brass prepping machine. Lyman came out with a 5-head. I like the ones that push down. It keeps the when the ones that push back, they always move around a lot. But these up the quality of our brass, just like trimming brass. Lee came out with these. Hornady came out with these lathe presses. Of course, Rcbs got one now. Lyman's got one. Everyone's got one. Rcbs came out with this motorized brass trimmer, which works awesome. Then they came out with these 3-way cutting heads that chafe, deburr, and trim all at the same time. I mean, in this business, they're always making new technological advances, new breakthroughs to make our reloading faster, quicker. Just like this powder dropper here, I've used it. It's got the adjustment here. They've got a micrometer head now. This one, I bought this in 1980, guys. This is the old kind with the little lid. Then this one, I think I got this press set up, and this was a little newer version. I got this in about 1995, something like that. Same ideal, same version, same technique, same thought. Then they came out with these, the quick change with the gallon hopper on them, or gallon hopper, the 1-pound hopper on them, and you can change it from the rifle to pistol real fast with this quick change. They came out with this new turret press, got 6 heads on it. It's a C-type press, but it's still rock solid, and it helps you if you want to load pistols. You need 4 or 5 dies set up. It's just helps immensely. All right, but guys, tonight we're going to go over these 3 powder droppers. I think this Hornady's been around for a while. I think it's the cheapest. I think it retails for like $169, $179, $189, somewhere like that, according to where you shop. And then these powder droppers, the Power Charger 1500, it came out 6, 7, 8 years ago. You could program all your different loads in here. Great scale. This auto charge light came out about 2 years ago. And it's my favorite, and I'll just spoil this whole contest, this whole test. I think it's the best. It's got adjustable legs. It's got a level built in. They got rid of this programmable keypad, and that's fine. But it calibrates the easiest. It's got a big go and power button up top, where these are a little bit smaller. The Hornady, you know, they all got little tiny advantages, but I'll go over that when we start testing them. And I'm just going to test them on speed and quality and how consistent they are. So guys, let's get started. As always, when you deal with a electronic powder charger, you got to turn your scales on 15-20 minutes, let them warm up. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but they say that's step 1. I usually just leave mine on all day, and I unplug them at night. When I leave here in the morning, I plug them up and turn them on and let them sit there and run all day. Of course, they're not burning much electricity. The second thing is get your level. If your scale doesn't have a level it all up. All right, and then make sure there's no air conditioner vents, heater vents blowing on it. Then it should throw as consistent as it's capable of. So level, no air conditioner, and let them warm up. All right, and I've done that on all three of these. Okay, now the Hornady, it doesn't have adjustable legs, and it doesn't have a level. So I always throw this level on it, and sometimes I have to put a business card under one of the corners and level it up. Okay, the Rcbs Pro Charger 1500, of course, it's got adjustable legs down here. You can twist them in or out. Okay, I've already leveled this up. It's good. I put them on a little rubber pad, little, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch rubber pad. So if you touch this vibration, it doesn't shake it any. It keeps, makes it more consistent. Okay. Now the new auto charge light, it's actually got a level, and it's got adjustable legs. So leveling it up, it's just easy, simple. Okay. I think the Hornady came out, and I think it's the oldest technology, and I think it's 169, 179. I think these are like $399, $369, $79, $89, $99 score where you shop, and I think you can get these for like $259, $269. I think this is the newest technology, and like I said, it's got the adjustable legs, it's got the level in it, it's got your power button, a big power button, a big go button, and it's backlit. It seems like it's easier to read, easier to program. I mean, punch in what you want to dispense. Okay, you can't really program this one like you can this one. This has got a keypad up here, and you can program loads with different powders and whatnot. I don't know anybody that does that. Most of the time you just punch in 20, hit enter, hit dispense, and it starts throwing. I set this on auto. That way every time I dump a load, then it'll automatically start once it zeros. Of course, I said I didn't get my pan on there right. So, but I've set them all on auto, so they'll take off as soon as it gets a zero. I might have to re-zero that. No, there you go. So it's going to throw. Now, I took the liberty to cut me a little piece of brass, and I took a Dremel and carved on the mouth of the brass just a little bit for the old Rcbs and the older Hornady. And I put a little straw inside to try to slow down when it started trickling. And it seems like it makes it a little more accurate. Now the new one, you don't actually have to do that. It's got long grooves along this pipe that run inside, and it seems like it meters all your powders really good. Probably just going to pick up powder and that's it. For the test powder tonight, I thought we would use Vargit stick powder. This is probably the most popular stick powder. I think they call it extrudant powder, but I call it stick powder. It looks like little sticks, little pencil lead sticks. So it's got the name stick. Of course, it's a Hodgkin extreme powder, so it's all temperature stability is very high. It's very sought after. Most of your competition shooters for 223, 556, they use the Vargit. So I thought that'd be a good powder to test it on. And all I'm going to do is, you heard a alarm go off. That's the telling me I've got a good load. Now, the Hornady, it'll give you a red light or a green light. If it gives you a red light, that means it's over too much. All these scales are ranked plus or minus 1. So if you punch in 20, and it might throw a 19.9 load, or a 20 load, or a 20.1. That's going to be considered a good load. The RCBS are the same way. They're plus minus one. The RCBS don't have a red or green light. It just gives you the load, tells you how many you've charged, and then back to reweighing it. Okay, so I don't, I like to reconfirm everything on a separate scale and make sure all my weight's right. And of course, I usually set this about 3/10 under what my charge goal is, what I'm trying to charge, and then I will sit here and reconfirm it on a separate scale, and I'll trickle up and level it off. All right, a real fast note, guys. This Rockford Frankfurt Arsenal trickler is probably the best trickler I've ever used. It's awesome if you go to trickle. This is RCBS. The only problem with the Frankfurt Arsenal, it's not tall enough, and you might have to jack it up. But now this RCBS, I like it almost as well. You don't have to jack it up, and it's longer. So that's just a little side note on when you're charging for powder. Okay, guys, I took 3 identical funnels. I took a quarter, glued it at the bottom. I saw that on another guy's channel, and it seemed like these were so light when you touched them, they just went flying. But all 3 of them weigh exactly the same. That way, if I want to run all 3 of them, I can. All right, you don't have to. Most people's only going to have 1 of these. But if they want 2 funnels, you kind of get the drift what's going on. What I'm going to try to do is set these up. Once these zero, they'll take off. See, I finally zeroed. This one has zeroed yet. That's a problem. Sometimes you got to help the Hornady re-zero. That's a problem with the Hornady. The damn Hornady scales are always drifting. That's why. That's probably my least favorite. The legs don't adjust. There's no level in it, and the scale drifts a lot. It just drives you nuts. Once you get used to it, you usually can, adjust your loading to match it. And like I said, I usually load 3/10 of a grain under, and then I confirm over here and I trickle up. So all my loads I take from one scale. This 1500, the Power Charger 1500, it doesn't have a level in it, but it's no big deal to lay my level there and adjust for it. The thing I don't like about it is the backlit's not very well. But it's still a fast scale. It's quick, it counts fast, and it throws real good. This one, I'm using all Varget, so it lights up fast. Now, like I said, a lot of times you've got to re-zero, but we'll try to see which one throws the fastest, guys, in just a second. I'll try to set this up between the Hornady and the RCBS. There we go. Just like I thought, the RCBS is going to, well, the Hornady beat it. And within the same amount. That says 20, that says 20. Let's re-zero and confirm it over here. That says 20.2. 20.2. That was the RCBS. Let's see what the Hornady comes out. 20.3. 20.3. That's what I say, guys. Sometimes you just got to reconfirm on one scale, and usually I like reconfirming on a separate scale. I like this RCBS 2000. It's a new scale, came out last year, and I always used it to reconfirm on. let's see. See which one of these goes the fastest. This had a head start. It's going to be close. The auto charger, the auto light beat it. See what the supposed to be 20. It's going to come right under. Yep, 19.9. That's why I said, guys, if you want to really load for accuracy and consistency, I would set these 3/10 of a grain under and then reconfirm and pick your funnel up with your powder 2 or 3 times and then trickle up to your desired weight. And then as long as you confirm all off one scale, you're probably going to be okay. All your loads are going to match. See, here's the problem. For the last 1 or 2 tenths, a lot of times it's just according to how your powder is stacked up in your tube. Let's see if that's going to throw 20. 20.1. So let's see which one of these is the fastest. See if I can drop them on the pan both at the same time. That way, this zeroed faster. But the auto light still, it still beat it. This one hasn't even finished trickling the load. I'll confirm while it's finishing. 19.9. 19.9. At least it's consistent. As long as it's consistent, you can trickle up and correct. Whoa, that's 4/10 off. I think the reason why the auto light is more consistent and faster, it's just newer technology. This is 4/10 off. Now let's take this one step faster. What I'm going to do, set both these on there and hit my timer here and see how long it takes to that took 7 seconds. Sometimes it takes 7, sometimes it takes 10, sometimes it's 20. This took 20 seconds, 21. This did it at 7, this did it in 21. In my experience, they mostly all hit it between like 16 seconds and 20 seconds. Okay, now let's check for consistency. 19.9. That's the third one in a row from that scale that's hit 19.9. So it's throwing very consistent. This is 20. Last time, remember, it's 20.4. It's consistent, but it's throwing over. I've got it set at 20. Let's see which one of these throws the fastest. Let me hit clear. And I'll set these both on the tray at the same time and hit start. Well, the Rcbs never took off, but the Hornady threw it in 26 seconds. Let's check the consistency of it. 20.4. It's supposed to be 20. 20.4. All right, guys. Try this one more time. See if we can see which one of these is fastest. That's not zero, and there we go. The Hornady got a pretty good head start. Let's see if the Rcbs can catch it. Yep, the Rcbs beat it in 15 seconds. This is going to take, it took 19 seconds for it to throw a green light. Let's check the consistency of the 20.1. I don't mind it being a tenth off. When it's 2 3/10 off, that drives you crazy. See what the Hornady, see how close it is. Lord, that's 7/10 off. Seven-tenths. This is old technology. This is new technology. This is somewhere in between. This has got the level, got the adjustable legs. It just, for the money, for 250, 60, 70 bucks, this is fastest, it's most reliable, most accurate, and the scale doesn't, the zero doesn't drift. All right. This one's the next to fastest, next to best. Of course, this comes in a lousy third. Okay, guys. I expect more of that Hornady. I used this thing for 3 or 4 years. When I fixed the nipple on it, it started doing a lot better, and I loaded a lot of rifle. But of course, I made adjustments. Like I said, I would load 3/10 of a grain under my load that I wanted, and I would lay my verify my weight on a separate scale like this one, and I would trickle up. So all my loads were accurate, and they were all consistent. And that's all you want. But it seems like if this will spit it out faster and more consistent every time, and you have to trickle less, of course, it's more efficient, and your times, you save a little bit of time. And you know, the bad thing about reloading, it just takes so much time. Okay, so if all you got's $169, this is better than nothing. Okay, if you can find one of these used and you buy it off somebody, because a lot of guys will use these for a month or two, and then they'll just go back to throwing it from a Uniflow powder charge thrower and trickle. But if you can get one of those, a deal on it, great. If you're going to go out and buy a new one, buy the Autolite for 250 bucks. Saves you a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money. And if you're like me, I let it load, and then I'll go ahead and slide down here and seat a bullet, and then crimp a bullet, set it up, and come back, and my load's ready. Confirm it, charge my case, and go on with my loading protocol. So that's it for tonight, guys. I hope this video didn't bore you to death. If just I had a lot of questions. My customers come in and ask me a lot of questions about which auto powder charger do I like the best, which one should you get, and for the money, it's just how thick your wallet is, guys. It's all it is. So with that being said, we'll close this video down. And with that being said, guys, these auto powder chargers are awesome if you got a bunch of money, like I said. But there's nothing wrong with these Uniflow, this quick change. I just set this up today beside this new press. But these things are very consistent. And of course, you can do the same technique. Throw your charge, set your charge, throw it, set it on your scale, check it, and then trickle up to your desired weight. All right, these things are awesome. All right, so, and they don't cost as much as the auto powder chargers. It's just according to what you want to do, how you want to do it. How you can use the old Lee scoops and dip your powder and drop it on your scale. That works awesome. Takes a little bit longer, but if you get your set of these scoops, a full set, they come with a card that's got the powder, desired weight, and which one of these to use. So really, Dropping powder is no big deal. A lot of people's done it before. There's 3 different ways. It seems like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, technology has made advances, and it seems like it's making it faster and easier. But there's nothing wrong with this way or this way, that way, whichever way you like. All right, guys, I'm going to be done with this video tonight. Leave me a comment, share, like. I'm going to try to make some more videos. Rebuilt this bench here. I'm going to work on that bench for a day or 2. I'll probably get another video out in 3 or 4 days. I'm going to get back to loading probably 5.56 223s, 7.62 by 39s. That's coming, and a whole bunch of 45s and 9mm because it's summer, and that's what most guys like to plink with, and mostly that's what I load. Those are my 4 or 5 go-to loads every day in the shop. Someone's always asking me about that. So guys, thank you for your patience. Hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, leave me a comment, and we'll see you next time on Reload with Johnny Ray. It's a mess. They're going to do something. They want to do something because all these school shootings. But let's do the right thing instead of, just like, Jesus Christ, I go on and on. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we gave Zimbabwe $125 million. That'll pay for a lot of school safety, a lot of school security. We got to do something. Well, let's secure our schools. Let's bottleneck one way in. You can have all these outdoors with push bars, but one way in. Like the guy 2 weeks ago wore a trench coat. A duster. You go in Walmart right now with a duster on, they're going to follow you around. That throws up a red flag. And then he walks in with a gun or a revolver, a shotgun or a revolver, and his duster, starts shooting people 10 minutes later. You don't get following him around 10 minutes. It just amazes me. Let's secure the schools. We secure banks. We secure airports. We secure courthouses. Let's secure the schools.
It's expensive though.
Oh, I know. But we pay for all that. Hornady, we pay for $2 million. And I'm not against refugees, immigrants, and all that stuff, but $2 million of them in the next year and a half, I think, is what they're wanting to legalize. And I'm all for that if they do go through the right channels. But what better way to spend our money? That's our most valuable resource.
And that's the crazy thing is we do spend so much money on so many things, but there's still not enough.
Yeah.
On a lot of different colors.
Well, they just print it up too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They can just print it up. So print it up, But yeah, I can see, of course, unless things change in November, the Democrat or the Republicans still going to control the House of Congress. So you're not going to get much change on your gun law, just like the bump stocks.
Sure.
They gave into that. That was just a token. Like I said, we talked about before, nobody cares about them, but it's just a point. But they've been used one time in one mass shooting in the history of the United States, and they gave them that. What's that going to eliminate? Nothing. What's that going to stop? Nothing.
Hopefully something out there. I don't know. You hope.
Yeah, I would love to come up with some law that would do this, but when you say we need more laws, what you're saying is the 3,000 laws we have on the books are useless. So let's add another useless law, because, like I said, these people are not going to follow. They're irresponsible people, so they're not going to be like responsible people. And you make a law and people follow it. It's not going to happen.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you put this gun back in?
Okay.
I'm gonna put the GoPro in there with it.
Okay.
Just pretty much the exact same thing you did earlier. Just open it up, show it, do all stuff like that.
Oh, put it in and pull it out.
Yeah.
1,603 were killed with knives. So if you guys want to use common sense laws, why wouldn't we try to eliminate what kills more people than what kills a little? Pistols are what everybody shoots.
Yeah, but
okay.
But how many incidents? Like, there are probably about 1,600 incidents with knives, as opposed to
374 with rifles. They
no.
will not.
Are you talking about deaths, or are you talking about incidents?
I'm talking about deaths.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
and people say, "Well, Johnny, I don't trust those stats. Well, they're FBI stats. Well, I don't trust them. Do you? Well, no, but you want us to give our guns to them?
Right.
How much common sense does that make?
But it's how many people have been killed in mass stabbings? I think that's there's some different. I understand where you go. I'm not.
Yeah.
But cars are the most dangerous thing ever. So we have to walk somewhere
Cars,
if you're going to do it on
alcohol,
mass.
smoking.